You may as well run around with a mattress in your hands. This thing is awful. So we've gone through the Stoner, we've gone through the RPD, both good LMGs, a bit heavy, but you know, been quite enjoyable at the same time, so not too bad. But this thing is awful, man. Like, it just feels so heavy. It's just not good, man. It's not fun to use at all. The gun just feels boring. That's the only way that I can describe it, man. The only thing that it's got going for it is the damage. The damage is quite good, but other than that, it's just awful and not enjoyable. But I got it done in the end. For the last part of the weapon, I sort of used my brain and I didn't realise something clicked and I changed something up on the weapon. It did make it a little bit more enjoyable, just a little bit, but still, I'll never ever pick it up again. Not in multiplayer. It's just, there's no place for this weapon in multiplayer, in my opinion, at all. Like, for one, I'm doing the camo grind, obviously. Now, in this game, in the last game, I didn't really care about my KD. I just started, you know what I mean, playing, and the lobbies are just so sweaty. Since I've been doing the LMGs, my KD's gone up. Like, it was 1.1 and now it's at 1.29, so it's slowly going up, which in my opinion is a bad thing, but nothing to shout about. But still, on Nuketown, even combined arms at the time, but Nuketown, it's like I'm using an LMG, man, and it's so heavy, it's slow rate of fire, just feels like carrying 27 sacks of potatoes over your shoulders. You know what I mean? It's not fun. And especially when I'm in lobbies where people are just using like M4s, MP5s, what's the other one, AKs. You know, I understand that people want to use them weapons. That's totally fine, man. I'm not complaining at all. But when I'm trying to do an LMG, which is dreadful, it gets a bit, you know what I mean, a bit draining when you're just getting killed by the same things all of the time. But I got there in the end, man. I mixed it up, man. I played more combine arms in the end than Nuketown, and that was a bit better, man, especially with LMGs, because you're moulding back a lot more, and that's how I like to play with LMGs, and that's how I got them done as soon as I have, to be honest. But yeah, I will show you the class, man, because what I found with this class, man, usually you see I'll run perk greed on my classes, which is like 6 perks, because, you know, having Ghost and Ninja at the same time is just ridiculously overpowered, so that's a good thing. But with this M60, man, you need every single attachment on the weapon to make it at least do well with like against other weapons. So yeah, run Gunfighter, man. Gunfighter allows you to have more attachments on your gun, which is needed for this. So optic, this is preference, man, but I always have the mill stop every time. It just works for me. Muzzle suppressor. Now you could use this one, but you lose a bit of like velocity and damage range. So with this one, you don't really lose as much. So I'd recommend this one. Barrel, the last barrel. Velocity, extra damage range, and damage. This one makes it like, I think it's like a free hit kill, man. It's a strong gun, but it's not got a lot going for it, man, otherwise. Targeting, spotlight, visibility, man. Red dots on the red, you can see them through the bushes. It's just brilliant. I use this on every gun. Under barrel, the last barrel, speed grip. Magazine, fast mags, because the reload speed on this is ridiculously slow. Handle, the last handle, airborne elastic wrap. This is a good one, man, for the ADS. This really helps. Stock, I'd probably say that the stock's key with this one, man, because this 75% aim walking speed, this really helps, man, with this gun. But when I dropped all these attachments on this weapon, it did help, man. I was having a little bit more fun, but still, it's the worst LMG in this game by far, man. I would never pick this up again. But yeah, there's the class. So if you am trying to get the diamonds and the dark matter camos, try this class. It really helped me. I did this in the last part of the challenges, and it did make it a lot better. But after all of that, even how bad it is, there is light at the end of the tunnel for this weapon, and the light is zombies. I was using the RPD in zombies the other day, and I unlocked gold and didn't even look at the challenges or anything, man. I just unlocked gold, and it was like, well, them challenges are quite easy, them just long-winded. So I thought, oh, okay, well, I'll do the M16 zombies, and I'll unlock all the attachments that I need through zombies, because I play zombies every night. And man, this weapon is so good in zombies. It's a shame it's so bad in multiplayer. You'll see some of the clips in the background of the zombies. It just completely destroys their heads. And I'm sure I unlocked gold in like 5 hours. I think it was about 5 hours in zombies for the M60, and it was like, I sort of want to use it again in zombies. But I'm going to do, obviously, I'm going to do all the other guns. I've got a couple of challenges left for the stoner and zombies before we unlock the diamond camo for zombies. So I'm sort of doing them. I'm doing them both this year. I'm doing the dark matter. The dark matter is my main focus, and I'm doing the zombies dark matter as well. Can't remember the name for it. And so I'm mixing it up, man. And like I say, it's been breaking the gameplay a little bit. It's quite fun. This weapon in zombies is insane. So if you're a zombie sort of person, you drop this one up, man, pack it 3 times, do all your damage upgrades, and it was just, when you get all the perks in zombies, man, it just turns it into a tank, basically. And I had fun with it in zombies, but multiplayer wise, not really. But zombies, yeah. So a couple of tips for this weapon for me would be like the RPD and the stoner. The stoner's more like a hybrid, so you can rush about and push with that one. That was all good. The RPD was pretty much the same, man. I held back a little bit more with the RPD because it was a little bit more heavier than the stoner. But this one, I wouldn't push with this, man. I mean, I was being a little bit aggressive. You'll see the gameplay in the background. I was being a little bit aggressive sometimes, but the majority of the times on combine arms, I was just holding back, getting my lung shots, and just doing what I was doing, man. Nuke 10's good for rapid kills, but anything else I recommend combine arms. So with this one, just hold back. Try the class that I've dropped in because you need that extra ADS and you need that extra movement. Especially if you're a Nuke 10 player, you need that. But at combine arms, you can just hold back a bit and you'll get it done eventually. Just, I will say, stick with this one because this one sort of made me want to just stop using it and start something else and maybe go back to it if it does. Because I think it needs a buff. Something needs to be done on this one. It's just, the only thing it's got going for it is damage and zombies. That's about it. Everything else, dreadful. I hope this helps you because that class changed the weapon for me. The first part I was using 6 perks and it was just so slow. And then when I changed it up, it got a lot better. So I recommend that class. If you're struggling with this one, just try the class and you should get through it a lot easier. So I hope that these tips help. And if you're a zombies player, try it in zombies. It's insane. But once again, man, thanks for everybody who has subscribed to my channel and commenting and liking on my videos. It really means a lot, man. I appreciate everybody who does that. Nice one.